Human purpose, the journey home, the journey back to belonging, which has traditionally been aided by all of these intermediary forces and aided by the oak tree and the fig tree and the grasses and aided by the serpent and the eagle and aided by all these forces of nature. Somehow, when all that intermediary support goes away, then human beings are left kind of alone, and God is really far away, and it's a long journey towards salvation, right? It's not as simple as you do a simple ritual of reconnection and that's your purpose, and that's you fulfilling your purpose as a human being. Your purpose is now this larger narrative of one day, someday, I will find salvation, cosmic salvation, universal salvation, and that's a long, long way away. And that's a very deep stressor on the Western system that I think is why ultimately we have such things around purpose, around making one's mark, right? Like that the purpose of existence is to make one's mark, right? This is like, this is so pervasive in the modern Western world that the purpose of existence is to make one's mark, that you're a failure unless you make your mark, right? And it's so, if you spend time with, more communal traditions, smaller scale traditions, traditions that see themselves as a little more custodial, this emphasis on the individual making one's mark isn't there in the same way, right? So it's not that those cultural traditions feel that there isn't some state of separation that needs to be resolved within human beings, but it's that the way there is not this individualist burden of having to stand out and make one's mark and achieve it all on their own and show the universe that they can succeed. And you feel what I'm talking about? Yeah. This is like deep in the heart of the Western narrative. This burden of purpose, this burden of I have to make my mark, is not just in like you have to be a corporate success narratives, or it's not just in like, you have to present the right face on Instagram. It's not just there. It's like everywhere. It's in the neo-spiritual world. I have to distinguish myself from, all of those other, spiritual traditions out there and bring my thing and patent my thing. And it's good, like all of the obsession with the purpose of existence being to stand out in some way. It drives us a little bit batty. And I think it's really worth looking at how deeply embedded it is. It's easy to point at it, obviously, in certain societal narratives where we see it like kind of, like, hey, I'm an optimization bro, and like, look at me, it's easy to see it there, but it's less easy to see it maybe in like how it presents itself and how we still see ourselves as like the saviors of the earth. It's less easy to see it in certain ways that it manifests in progressive discourse, right? And it's there,